Oh my god. Get out of here with that, you bum. What are you trying to use, a DMR still? Come on, bro. Hey, you know what? I'm just trying to see if this video could break 400 likes in 24 hours. Let's see if we can do it. All right, what's happening? How's everybody doing today? My name is Chuck, and welcome back to a brand new video. So the FFAR is kind of an interesting weapon here to use in Warzone because it's not necessarily a really good primary assault rifle. I guess you can kind of compare it to the RAM-7, but the RAM-7 is actually a viable, you know, AR like to run as your main weapon. But the FFAR just kind of really isn't that type of gun in my opinion, and it's actually more or less starting to be used as a secondary primary. It's actually starting to be used like in place of like an MP5, a MAC-10, so it's kind of like an assault rifle SMG secondary. It's kind of like a hybrid AR because it's got such a fast fire rate. I believe it actually even takes people out faster up close than the MAC-10 or the MP5, but it doesn't necessarily have the same type of mobility, though you can make this thing have some crazy mobility. Hey man, before we get any farther into today's video, if you guys have not already, slap a like on this video and make sure you guys subscribe with all notifications turned on. We're on that road to 700,000 subscribers. If you guys could join the squad, that would be amazing. Also, let me know down in the comment section below, what do you guys think of the FFAR? Does it replace a MAC-10 and MP5, or is it just kind of like an AR to you? All right, so jumping into this here, basically this is going to be my FFAR loadout. I was actually running it with the HDR sniper rifle. This is kind of how I was running, as like a hybrid, because it's not necessarily like an AR, but it's also not really an SMG. It's kind of like an in-between, so I needed to have more long-range capability. And I was also playing some buyback solo, so you guys can kind of get what I'm saying here. Like, I really wanted to be able to have the best of both worlds, and this setup actually works fairly nicely. So my perks of you know, double time, overkill, and amped. Then I have the Semtex here, then I have the heartbeat sensor, and then here I'll just go and briefly and show you guys my HDR setup because, you know, I'm not really going to get too much into it. Monolithic suppressor, the 26.9 HDR Pro, the variable zoom, the F-Tac Stalker Scout stock, and then I have the 9-round magazine. I don't want to spend too much time on this because that's not what the video is about. For my FFAR though, I currently actually have the super rad variant. This is actually a pretty you know, easy one to be able to pick up here. It's only like 500 COD points in the store, so I decided to get it just because there's not that really many good camos here in Black Ops Cold War, or at least for the Black Ops Cold War weapons. But the first thing we're gonna do here is throw on a muzzle, and we're gonna go straight down to the very bottom, throw on the agency suppressor for that sound suppression and that damage range. This is basically the best suppressor you can possibly use. It works entirely correctly. A lot of the Cold War attachments can be a little bit buggy, a little bit glitched, but you know, the suppressors and, you know, all the rest of the stuff here in the muzzle category actually does work the way it's supposed to, which is very nice because, I mean, it really just suck if a lot of this stuff didn't work the way it was supposed to. So we got the agency suppressor, and this will be perfect for you guys. The barrels, however, are a bit of a different story. These things definitely do not work the way they're supposed to, or nearly the way they're supposed to. So a lot of people just be like, okay, you know, I'm going straight down here to the 19.5 task force, and you know, you're like, wow, like damage, effective damage range, and bullet velocity, this is going to be perfect. But that's not necessarily the case. Like, this isn't really the best barrel to run on this thing. Actually, what you should be running on this thing is the 20.3 takedown barrel for that effective damage range. And of course, this does have a negative effect on your sprinting move speed, but that's entirely okay. This is actually going to be the best barrel to run. You can definitely swap between this one here and also the 21.2 Ranger. And, you know, you guys can definitely just check them out. I mean, I really have found good success with the 20.3 takedown barrel, and I actually really like it. So you guys have to let me down in the comment section below what barrel you're running on your FFAR, because, you know, these barrels are just kind of glitched, man. Like, you just, you know, the only real way to, you know, figure this stuff out is literally just to go in game and test it yourself, or to look up some, you know, stat videos and see who's tested it. For the anti-barrel section, these things all work more or less. I mean, some people run, you know, the bruiser grip because, you know, this says melee quickness, but it does, you know, actually allow you to, you know, have less recoil. So that's just kind of a weird, like, you know, secret perk to this underbarrel here. But I'm actually rocking the field agent grip for that vertical recoil control and that horizontal recoil control. I found pretty good success with this here so far. It's made it to be a lot more controllable because the FFAR does have a decent bit of recoil, and if you can't control it, I mean, that's pretty much why it's not a better, you know, longer range AR, just because of that recoil. So the field agent definitely helps me control it a lot more. This will be a really good one for you guys to run. If you don't happen to have it, you definitely could try running out the bruiser grip because it has that like weird sort of quirk to it, like that secret perk of helping with your recoil. But until then, more or less just run like the regular foregrip and you should be fine, or as good as you possibly can be. But I would ultimately suggest running the field agent grip, as that is going to be your best bet for this gun. gun. For the ammunition, as much as it looks cool to have, you know, a nice little pink slash purple, you know, magazine for the 38 round magazine, we're going straight down here to the Salvo 50 round fast mag. This is the last one you happen to get. I more recently got this, and I would say that even if you don't happen to have this, the Stagnag 50 round magazine is really just not bad, or the Stanag, whatever you want to call it. Basically, the 50 round magazine that's not a fast mag, this will still entirely be fantastic as well. This thing doesn't have a terribly slow reload. It's not like one of those guns like an LMG where you just like you're sweating bullets because like this thing takes like 25 seconds to reload, or it's like the street sweeper shotgun. It's not like that, thank God. So you guys can definitely run the 50 round magazine or the fast round 50 round magazine, but I would suggest if you guys have this, run the Salvo 50 round fast mag. You're just gonna thank me later, because when you're getting in those close quarter situations, being able to reload fast can be very beneficial. And last but definitely not least, what's actually gonna make this gun even more of a tank than it actually is, what's gonna allow you to have crazy mobility and be able to strafe back and forth really fast, is actually adding the SAS combat stock. But I would actually suggest when you actually have the Raider stock to go ahead and throw that on there. As you guys can see, I'm up in level 52 and I'm about to get this here at 54, so I don't quite have that yet, but it's actually been crazy being able to strafe around with the SAS combat stock. This thing has a ridiculous aim down sights, like move around time. It's like ridiculous. I don't really know how to describe it. It feels like I'm playing like Modern Warfare 3 with Stalker Pro, you know, and I got my specialist bonus and everything. Like, you're moving around that fast. It's insane. So you guys should definitely go ahead and run this. You're just gonna be, you know, getting people's aim all sorts of, you know, off guard, and they're just not really gonna be able to hit you with their bullets because you're gonna be moving way too fast and you're gonna be aimed down sights. So it's all the better here. So we're gonna run that. That's gonna be finish out my FAMAS build here, my FFAR build. This thing is amazing. It's really good for that, you know, medium range to that closer range. Not so good for that longer range, but if you guys have a hybrid setup like I do, it's going to be amazing. I got some crazy gameplay for you guys. Don't go anywhere. You're going to want to watch the full thing. I was dominating with this setup. You're going to see how it works in action. Yo, what? I did not mean to get the recon, by the way. Oh, God.
Enemy UAV overhead.
There we go. That was my bounty. Oh, God, I have so much money. There we go. Oh, God. He was literally right up here. Got that guy. Yeah, this thing's got no recoil. Where is this stellar individual? I don't know. He's at the buy over there, like way out there.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Oh, dang.
Down. Well done.
Oh, God. I just barely heard that guy. Peek. Oh, somebody else is nearby too. Oh, that's the kid I took out earlier. Yeah, I don't know where that guy went. Try to make it basically just past super. Oh, that's cracked. Oh. That's that kid. Hey, that's where he went. Ooh. There we go.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Oh my god. Get out of here with that, you bum. What are you trying to use? A DMR still?
Inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Come on, bro.
The bounty target is
Now, there we go.
target.
All right, we're gonna get in this thing. Just book it. I have way too much money, and that kid's trying to beam me. Ah, if I would have been able to hit that. All right, let's see what our bounty's doing. What was this guy doing? Somebody was just firing at me. Somebody was kind of like, somebody was shooting at me, but I just don't know where they went. Yo, that's cracked.
We've got gas moving in.
I don't know what I was hitting, but like apparently it wasn't enough.
Contract time expired. We lost the target.
What?
You are one of 25 remaining.
No shot.
Failures.
Oh, yeah, right.